Good evening, everyone. Tonight, instead of our normal 30-minute statewide newscast, we're going to bring you a story that myself and our Help Me Bend team have been working on for a very long time. It's a story that is extremely meaningful for a lot of people around the state of Montana and really across the world. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. So settle in and enjoy the premiere of Returning Honor, a Help Me Bend special, right here on Nonstop Local. It holds the names of the town mayor, the dentist. The best friend from 2 doors down is on there as well. Grandparents, family members, comrades. Everyone has taken their own place on this piece of cloth. Their names inscribed for all of history. Supporting the young man who is being sent off to protect them and protect his country. So when bullets start flying somewhere in the Pacific, that young man can turn to his flag. He can read the names, see the tiger, and remember who he is fighting and potentially dying for. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Weinman. Tonight, we're going to bring you on a journey that's been a year and a half in the making. It's a journey that will take us all the way across the Pacific Ocean and will begin in the capital city of Montana. It's a journey that will unite two cultures who 80 years ago battled it out on the world stage. And now they're coming together over a historic artifact as honor will be restored and two families finally healed.
どうなんだろう。ああ、これ覚えてる？ほら、知り合いの人がたくさん。そう。これがね。
Wow, that's amazing. This is the flag they gave me when I went to the front.
For the first time in 7 decades, Kenzo Kobayashi gets to touch his invaluable gift.
いいでしょう。
First given by his village in Shizuoka, Japan in the 1940s, this flag has become a gift once again.
And Ben here is the Obon.
This time from a woman in Helena, Montana. Reading over the names, touching the cloth, a prized possession finally returned. The flag transports him back to a time when the world was at war. Young men from every country, all over the world, joining up to defend their homes. Born in 1923 in Fujikawa Town.
Young people in those days had to throw away their lives and just do it for their country.
As Japan's best and brightest signed up to battle in the Pacific, they would be presented with Yosagaki Hinomarus. The term is loosely translated in English as a collection of writing around the red sun. The flag would serve as a stark reminder of what was expected of them as they went off to war. Because in Japanese culture, the warrior was expected to not return home.
This was a very natural, obvious thing for young people in the past to give their lives for the country.
Some Japanese even believed the owner's spirit, their very soul, rested in the flag. Kenzo was no different, but his war would not end in death. It would not end in sacrificing his life. Still, to this very day, that fact haunts the 99-year-old.
It is not the kind of thing to talk about now. It doesn't look good. Disgraceful, I think.
When the atomic bombs dropped in August of 1945 and the Japanese emperor surrendered to the Americans, Kenzo found himself on a new journey to Seoul, South Korea. In October, now Lieutenant Kobayashi was stationed in Seoul, helping the transition to American occupational rule.
American officers came to Seoul, and I talked with them often.
Now it was there in Seoul that Kenzo became separated from his soul. his flag. American officers were working with the Japanese in reconstructing the region. So the young man from Iwabuchi City, Japan, met the young man from Miles City, Montana. Coming up next, we go to Big Sky Country and meet the man who protected this flag for decades. You're watching Returning Honor, a Help Me Ben special, right here on Nonstop Local. Tech Sergeant Kenneth Clark was born to work with trains, and it's that detail that ultimately put him on track to meet Kenzo. And the stories about his time in the service are what Brenda Clark remembers most about her dad.
The commander knows my dad's a railroader, and so the commander sends my dad and a detachment of 7 other soldiers to take over a railroad unit from the Japanese, and that's where that all began.
Now, simply put, the flag switched hands. Somehow, some way, it went from Kenzo's possession to Kenneth's possession. And we're not totally sure how that happened or under what circumstances it occurred. Was it peaceful? Did Kenneth force Kenzo to give him the flag? Or was it 2 soldiers, tired from battle, coming together over a railroad? We'll never know, but Brenda's belief, the flag was given to her father as a token of surrender.
And here they are by circumstances sitting beside each other or standing next to each other. One a victor, one a loser, one the vanquished.
Clark never went into detail about his time in Korea. But either way, the flag left Asia and traveled back with Clark to the state of Montana. And for the next 7 decades, the flag sits.
It was kept in a plastic bag, protected from moisture, and it was kept in a dark spot. Dad didn't really display it much.
But to Brenda, the flag isn't just some typical World War II artifact. This is not just a piece of cloth with some writing on it. You can't just put it into a museum or donate it to a society. You have to protect it, cherish it, and return it.
This isn't about me. This is about my father and this Japanese officer. That's who it's about. I'm just the messenger.
Kenneth Clark passed away in 2004. And ever since, Brenda's curiosity about the Yosagaki Hyunumaru and the man who once owned it has grown.
It just seems to be the right thing to do. Because if I take the assumption that it isn't mine in the first place, then the right thing to do is to find that rightful owner and return it.
Coming up after the break, the collaboration that happened a world away. Returning Honor, this Help Me Ben special continues after this. Unlike other mysteries, the first clues don't need to be found. They're right on the flag itself.
I can tell those are names, but I just don't know how to pronounce them. Yeah.
Mayu Strong was born in Japan and now lives in Montana with her family.
This is the mayor's name.
And in just minutes of her translating the flag, we had the name.
This part says, Dear Kobayashi Kenzo, so this flag belongs to Kobayashi Kenzo.
Mayu would eventually translate the entire flag, which showed countless names of various people in Kenzo's life, along with addresses and wishes of good luck. So now we had the name, but how do we find the person that goes with it? Achieving this goal would require 2 cultures coming together across an ocean, both sides trusting and believing in one another that this story matters. We found the person who picked up our baton and joined the team.
特集です。戦時中出征する兵士に
Nairu Tokumasu is just like me.
手書きをした日章旗。
She's a journalist in her hometown for 20 years.
父の遺品として保管していました。
After just one conversation about the Yosagaki Hyunumaru and its history, Nairu understood the importance of bringing that flag home to where it belonged.
Well, it's a very important story also, because it's about war and we have to think about peace and we have to think about the history and our countries. And I thought it was a good chance to do that.
During wartime, Japanese flags were signed by neighborhoods and given to soldiers to wish for good luck in the battlefield.
With her Daiichi TV team, Nairu began the process of finding that needle in the proverbial haystack.
I came over to Fujikawa Station to start our investigation to find Mr. Kenzo Kobayashi. I'd like to visit the address on the flag. Hihara District, Fujikawa Town, Shizuoka Prefecture.
After talking with the Fuji City Chamber of Commerce, Nairu and her team were sent to the local temple because the priest in that temple would know about the history of the neighborhood.
My name is Nairu Tokumasu from Daiichi TV.
Nearly 800 years old, the temple, named Shinpuin, was one of the oldest in that area of Japan. It was run by an 81-year-old priest named Shinoda. He said that it was very common for this neighborhood to sign flags and send soldiers off to war during World War II. And reading the names, one after the other, memories were brought back to Shinoda. They were all neighbors, but one name in particular stood out to the priest.
This is the address of Hikonosuke Maruyama.
Hikonosuke Maruyama was the mayor of the town when Kenzo went off to war. You can see his name on the flag right here. The priest told Nairu that the Maruyama family lived just down the street from the temple.
Hikonosuke is my grandfather. I'm sorry he and my father have both passed away, so I don't know much about this.
This person, Mr. Kenzo Kobayashi, is the owner of the flag. Is there a Kobayashi family around here at all?
2 doors down from my house is the Kobayashi family. Maybe it's the same family?
Led by Nairu, the Daiichi TV team didn't have high hopes of finding Kenzo or his family. Much like Smith, Jones, or Williams here in the United States, the Kobayashi surname is extremely common in Japan. But hey, sometimes with these types of stories, all you need is a little luck to solve the mystery.
Hello, my name is Nairu Tokumasu from Daiichi TV. And I would like to ask you something. We went to the temple and asked about this flag. Can you tell us whether you know this name on the flag?
Well, at first, we didn't think that we can find him so fast because we only had the information from the flag's picture, the address, only the address of one of the neighborhood. Yeah, and so we thought we would take a little bit time, maybe a month or 2 months, but it was very amazing because we found Mr. Sumio, the nephew of Mr. Kobayashi, on the first day we went to Fuji City. So that was very amazing.
Nairu explained her mission to Sumio and showed him pictures of the flag. He was shocked, stunned to see the large name on the side of the picture frame.
Oh, that is my uncle. He's still alive.
Kenzo Kobayashi. This was his uncle. And for Nairu, a picture shown finally putting the face to the name.
There is a woman in America, and she has kept the flag for a long time. She wants to return the flag back to Mr. Kenzo.
So, Mr. Ben, I have to inform you, we've found his family. We found Kobayashi Kenzo-san's family. Mr. Kobayashi Kenzo's family is here in this address, Igabuchi. And he told us that Mr. Kobayashi is alive. He's living in Kawasaki City in Kanagawa Prefecture. And hopefully we can meet him, Mr. Kobayashi Kenzo. Yes, we found him.
I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm just going to tell you this.
Okay.
We found Kenzo Kobayashi, and he's alive.
You're kidding. It's really him.
Nairu and her team traveled to Kawasaki, where Kenzo now lives in an assisted living facility. 99 years young. You would think it would be emotional immediately seeing the flag, but for Kenzo, it didn't happen right away. It took some time. And watch as you see the emotion strike deep in his soul, the memories, they come flooding back.
みんなが寄せ書きして書いてくれたんだね。
I see this for the first time. This is my neighbor. This is his relative, a dentist. This man is the town councilor. This person was the chairman.
Even at 99 years old, Kenzo Kobayashi remembers the people who sent him off to war all those years ago. And now the ultimate question, Kenneth Clark. Kenzo didn't remember Kenneth. For the former soldier, the thief of time has taken away any memory of that period in his life. But the name on the flag, still very much alive. For Brenda, her ultimate goal was to put the flag back in the hands of Kenzo. So she sent it in the mail to Nairu, who promised to protect it and deliver it herself to the Kobayashi family. In November of 2022, Kenzo-san's soul could finally rest. His flag was home, and his emotion about the flag changed as well.
Well, now America and Japan have good relationships helping each other. When we lost the war, it was really hard, but Japan revived with the help of America. I'm so grateful that the flag was kept for a long time and is returned that I'm in tears.
I am so grateful that many people made efforts to find my father and return the flag. I feel that Ms. Brenda had a very good relationship with her father. I am impressed to see my father talking about the past. I want to be closer with my own father after this experience.
The Helena native was shown video of the reunion, and even 6,000 miles away,
You remember.
Brenda Clark is overcome with emotion.
Oh, that was so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm so sad I could not come over. And at least I'm crying now. I'm so glad he got his flag back.
There are no bullets flying anymore. There's no battle to win. Kenzo can now look over at his flag, his treasured gift, read those names, and understand fully the legacy that he has created. Honor has been returned. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I'm going to be joined by my co-anchor, Rachel DeAngelis, to speak more about this incredible story that crosses decades, cultures, and oceans. We'll be right back with Returning Honor, a Help Me Bend special. You're watching Nonstop Local. Well, welcome back, everyone, to Returning Honor, a Help Me Bend special. I'm now joined by my co-anchor, Rachel DeAngelis, and for the audience, Rachel was watching for the first time along with you guys. Yeah. She'd never seen this story before. Rachel, what was the biggest thing that stood out to you about Returning Honor?
I think one of the biggest things that stood out to me the most is the fact that it started off here in the United States, started in Montana, then went to Helena, Montana, and then all the way over to Japan, and then you even got TV stations in Japan involved. Just the communication methods are just absolutely amazing. So
yeah, we would not have been able to do this story 10, 15, 20 years ago without the use of technology, Zoom, Teams, email, video sharing services. It was really cool to kind of collaborate with the Japanese folks.
Now, why did you pick this particular day for it to premiere statewide?
Yeah, so August 29th, today's August 29th, of course. Yeah. A random day for most people, of course. Today, though, is a pretty special day for Kenzo Kobayashi. Kenzo turns 100 years old today. Today is his birthday. He was born in 1923 in Fujikawa town. Turns triple digits today. Still alive today. Still going strong. And if you folks saw there, in my opinion at least, looking pretty good for someone who's lived a century of life. So happy birthday to Kenzo. Let this be kind of our birthday present to Mr. Kobayashi.
Well, not only that, but the reactions that you got from him and everyone else that was involved was absolutely timeless.
Yeah.
But also, why did you pick this particular title for this Help Me Ben series?
Yeah, returning honor. We talked about it in the piece a little bit there. It was custom of Japanese soldiers, expected of Japanese soldiers, to not return home alive, that they were supposed to give their lives to the country. So when soldiers returned home from battle alive, like Kenzo, it was looked as a dishonor on their family, dishonor on their family name. Those flags were wrapped up in so much. And so to be able to return that flag back to not just Kenzo, but the entire Kobayashi family, it allows his soul to rest a little bit, allows honor to be returned to his family name, and allows Kenzo to maybe go live however many years left he has on this earth in a little bit more peace. And then for Brenda as well, we're returning honor to her family. This was a prized possession for her family as well, and she's part of this journey, giving that honor back to Kenzo as well. It's not just us. Brenda was the start of this. So it's really cool to be able to return honor not just to the Kobayashi family, but the Clark family as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I first watched this, right, I got chills watching it, and I'm sure a lot of people did too, and for you as well to see it premiere for the first time. But where can people find it if they want to replay it?
Yeah, it's a great question. You can make sure to log on to nonstoplocal.com. We're going to have this plastered all over our social media pages. Share it with friends, share it with family. Folks, it's been the honor of a lifetime to tell this story. So for our entire statewide team here at Nonstop Local, I'm Ben Weinman. Thanks everyone for watching the world premiere of Returning Honor.